Welcome to the Bronx Journal. I'm your guest host, Sheila Aquara. She's a DJ, an entrepreneur, a model, and a philanthropist. Originally from Sudan, Malek has beaten the odds and continues to demonstrate that despite life struggles, one can survive the storm and live to inspire others. She has her own organization, Sudan Initiatives, aiming at providing aid for the less fortunate in Sudan, focusing on health, clean water, education, agriculture, and business. She joins us today to further discuss her goals and what she aims to do with her organization. Mari, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sheila.
So, we all know that you do all these things, but in a nutshell, can you please describe who is Mari so the viewers can know you, get to know you?
Mari Malek is a model, a DJ, and a philanthropist.
And you got started out as a model. Is that how
Yes.
people got to know who you are?
Yes.
How did you get discovered?
I came to New York in 2006, and I was signed with major models. This is how I officially got discovered as a model.
Okay.
And from there, it took on to other routes.
Now, were you mostly focused on high fashion runway, or were you like mostly in print?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, I started out in doing some high fashion and did some runways for a few designers, and as well as advertising and print.
Now, after the modeling work, not after, but on top of that, you also have your own organization, Sudan
Yes.
Sudan Initiatives. Now, talk to us about how that got started.
Okay, so my heart has been into helping people, and I grew up in a family that is like that. My mother has always been involved with the Sudanese community and churches. We went to church a lot, and we were always doing things in church as far as helping the less fortunate. And when I came to New York City, my mother called me one day while I was here. That was probably in 2000, the end of 2007, going to 2008. And she told me one of my cousins is here, but in Syracuse, not in New York City. And he's a lost boy. We haven't known where he has been all this time. We didn't know whether he was still alive or dead. Mm. And he is now one of the lost boys that was sponsored to come to New York. And he's now living in Syracuse.
You said lost boys? What are the lost boys of Sudan?
The lost boys of Sudan are young men who fled the country to escape war. I'm not sure exactly of the dates, but sometime about 20 years ago in the 80s, they started, the northern in Sudan started to go to South Sudan and kill every young boy who was 12 years of age or older. And I believe that's done because they want to get rid of the power. And, you know, men are known to be stronger as far as military and fighting, things like that. So the Lost Boys fled the country, and they started to go, they walked from south of Sudan to Ethiopia to go to the refugee camps, and to Kenya. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And that's when the term Lost Boys became known of, because they're boys that left their countries and are not known of exactly where they come from or who they belong to.
So what does your organization do for those boys or people like that?
Southern Sudan Initiatives pretty much is to bring a gap between the lost boys, the people back home now, and it's like a bridge. We want to build back our community and also provide help for the lost boys and lost girls. There are also lost girls.
Right.
And just to help with our country, especially in the villages, for them to be more self-sufficient. So we provide help in education, health, bring in clean water, agriculture, and business. We mainly just want to help our country and the people in our community to be more self-sufficient.
Awesome. But how do you raise money for your organization? Because sometimes I'm sure, of course, you need aid.
We definitely need aid, and if you want to donate, you can go to our website, which is www.southernsudan.org. You can help by donating online, sending us a check, or we also try to do awareness parties or events. I'm the main one who does these pretty much in the city. Just do a small cocktail party, or I will have a fashion show with African clothing that women that they make back home, jewelry. We do stuff like that to raise funds, and we just pretty much word of mouth,
Right.
spreading it out as much as we can.
And we've also seen like celebrities usually coming to the forefront and stepping in and offering aid to countries such as Sudan. Now, do you think that this is genuine, or do you think it's like a trend?
To be honest, I think it's more of a trend. Celebrities attract people, so when there is a face in a charity that is a celebrity, more people are interested to find out about what that charity is or how they can help. But I also do believe that a lot of celebrities also have something in their heart where they want to help and make a difference.
Right.
So it just depends.
Okay. So do you think Sudan is getting the help that it needs, with everyone chipping in and individuals such as yourself offering the help that you can? Do you think that Sudan is getting enough help?
I think now Sudan is getting a lot of shine, mostly because of the celebrity. Thank
Right.
you, George Clooney. And I really mean it with my heart. I think people are more interested in Southern Sudan now, and because of the independence as well. We just became independent in July 9th, 2011. So a lot of people seem to be interested in this youngest new nation that just became one. So I think now we're getting the recognition and the help that we need. But there's a lot of work that need to be done. Just because we're independent doesn't mean everything is okay now. It's just the beginning, you know. We need a lot of help. We need to build. We don't have much education facilities. We don't have schools. We still don't have hospitals. So there's still a lot that needs to be done.
So what do you tell to people who say that, you know, African countries, their problems are their problems? Like, why do other countries, the Western countries, have to chip in? What do you tell people like who think like that? Do you agree with that?
I think that wherever you're from or wherever you're at, our problems is not just our individual problems. I believe that the world is a big unit and that we all need to help ourselves. A country is also a part of the planet, so that's helping our own planet, you know. So I believe in unity, and I believe that people should be more open-minded and aware of what happens around them, because it doesn't just affect those certain people, it affects everyone as a whole.
Now, you recently got honored at Black Girls Rock, which is affiliated with BET. Could you tell us about that? Because that's monumental.
Hopefully. Yes, I was one of the honorees. It was three other girls besides me. Black Girls Rock is a non-for-profit also that help young girls, women of color, to just be more ambitious, and they honored me and the three girls because in a section called Mad Girls, MAD, which stands for Making a Difference Girl. We all make a difference somehow in our communities. So that's what we were honored for.
Okay. And for Sudanese people in the Bronx, you know, which I'm sure, like, because this was held, the Black Girls Rock event was held here in the Bronx,
yes.
Paradise Theater. And I'm sure there are people, Sudanese individuals who live here. What would you tell them, like, to inspire them? Do you have a message for them?
Yes, every Sudanese person that is here should be able to know what is going on, if you don't, with our country, and just be open-minded and do a little research and extend yourself if you can. You don't necessarily have to give money to help. You can just spread the word.
Right.
You know.
Did you meet any influential people at the Black Girls Rock event?
Oh my God, it was so beautiful. The energy was amazing. It was very empowering. Yes, Angela Davis was there. She's a revolution. She's the revolution.
She is. She's wonderful, amazing,
yes,
iconic.
A lot of iconic and powerful women. Laurel L. Richie was there. She's the WNBA president.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley Caesar was there. Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Taraji. I can keep going on, but a lot of very powerful women were there, and they're very inspiring. You know, I felt so honored to be amongst them, and just to be able to see and hear their stories. It just gives me more courage
To do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your DJ career. How did you get started into that? What made you want to become a DJ?
I always just loved music. I'm into beats. I always get empowered when I hear beats. So in 2009, I believe, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try to DJ. So I started researching more into it, and the fact that there weren't even many female DJs at that time. So I was like, this would be interesting, because it's intimidating when you think about it. When you think about a DJ, is usually a male.
It's a male-dominated
yeah,
profession.
It's a male. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, you know what? I was actually sort of scared to start because of that. Because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be amongst all these men, and you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough. So I was like,
you have empowered a lot of women, of course, through that.
Hopefully.
And if someone wants to contact you for anything, to book you, to donate to your organization, where can they reach you?
You can, for my charity, for Southern Sudan Initiatives, which is also co-founded by my cousin Dude Ding, the lost boy. You can go to www.southernsudaninitiatives.org. And
do you have an email?
My email is on there, mari@southernsudaninitiatives.org.
Well, Marie, thank you so much for joining me today and discussing your life. It's been amazing. And there's more of the Bronx Journal right after